Hello and welcome back to Cynthia's Conversation. Welcome from our break. We took 2 weeks break, isn't it? Because we were doing Yvonne's father's burial, which only finished
a couple of days
ago. So we decided to refilm again, and thank you guys for watching. Today's topic is a lady's dilemma. But first, let me introduce my beautiful friends. On my left, I have Yvonne. On my right, I have... Sorry, I'm still on holiday. So, Amaka, please. On my left, right.
Left to right.
Whatever. Something. It's okay. My darling sister, please read for us. Buckle up.
Good evening. I'm in a dilemma. Crying face. Egbami, for those that don't understand, means help me. Please come to my rescue, or whoever. What type of date is this one that I'm on? I'm currently on a date with this she crazy. In fact, he's just the man, the useless man.
Okay.
His card has been declined 4 times. Hey, basic. The total bill is 18,000. And I didn't even have Vex money. That means she didn't even have money to say, okay, let me just Vex and pay for it and go. It's turning into a drama already. What can I do to escape? What is this rubbish, for Christ's sake? Please, help me. What can she do to escape? Hey, Belle.
Yvonne. Let's go to Yvonne. We don't mind that you finish.
I don't know where to start. Like, what's I don't know. What's the basic for?
The
man has...
I know now. He has done it. Is it her card or his card?
His card has declined 4 times and he has disappeared. Where is he?
And so, did she have to bail him out?
You not go pay B1 and chop.
You don't
chop and for table. Yes, now his card has been declined 4 times. And she
and the 2 of you are sat at the table.
And you don't have, I think both of them should pump their phone.
Yes, now. It's not the...
Hold on, no. That 18K is one
the
of
food that they eat.
The things that have yeah.
That's a one-off event, but she said 4 times.
His card
to pay. He's bring the card 4 times.
She's on a current date.
Yes.
Okay.
The bill, the man has bought the bill. The man has put his card.
Okay, that's what
so she's like,
and she has no money, like a getaway run money.
That's okay. You know what?
Like,
just let me go. This man should get lost.
And she's asking for help.
Stand up and walk away.
Walk away where?
For Nigeria restaurant.
Any restaurant, where are you going?
Are you having a laugh?
Stand up and walk away, or you run.
Run where? Run where?
Excuse me, let me go to the toilet. I use window.
You know, so Nigeria would
no window.
You know what? You know matter. We'll find a way.
We'll
find a way.
Let's analyze it. Before you choose to go on a date with somebody, whether it's here or in Africa, always have a backup plan. The reason why a backup plan is so important, you may have walked into that restaurant, you just didn't like the atmosphere, or you don't like the person that you're actually opposite talking with. All you need to do is have your own food, drink what you want to drink, pay your bill and walk out. Or even now, if you have your own part of the money to pay, you can walk through that door, clean, and say, look, could you, I order this, I order this, I order this, these are my bills. You pay for your, whether the guy they pawn your phone or you want to remove his shoe, pawn him, or even the t-shirt where you wear, that will not be your business.
But from what she said, she doesn't have any money.
I think the reason why you are panicking now is because you don't have the money, because you didn't plan for plan B. I just don't.
The thing is, listen, we have this attitude of expecting the guy to do everything.
Yeah.
Is that mentality of a guy taking me out of this, so he's paying for everything? You know, there are even some women that will even have money on them and will even be in this dilemma and still will not want to pay, because if they pay it, they feel they will not get that money back. I've seen women that have been in that situation. They even have their card, they still will not bring the card, because at the end of the day, why will I pay? You understand? Because of that mentality.
But do you know the embarrassment of going to
that's the point. I'm just saying this is something that a lot of people like to do. This advice you gave about having your own money is actually solid. However, there are people that even with their own money will refuse to pay, because at the end of the day they will say, the guy took me there for the date, he has to pay, and they will not even want to help him out. And if they when I say walk out, People have done it because at the end of the day, you took them there. They are not. You don't. I don't have money. What will you do? I walk out. You answer to it. You're the one that booked it. You brought me there. You deal with it. They will walk out. They walk out. It's those that like. It's not those that like people that will now say, "Let me stay with you. Let me help you."
Yeah, she probably likes the guy. Exactly. That's why it's a first date. If you invite me for a date, the proper etiquette is whoever the invitee is. The etiquette is to pay, because how does he know that the girl can afford? So in this point in time, this girl can't even afford where he took her. So you can't invite me to a. I did not say I'm coming. You know, you can't come tell me, okay, come and I'm taking you to go and eat in a £1 million restaurant when I can't afford. You know, you don't know if I can afford it. So really and truly, a first date, if you invite me for a date, I always have my own money. Yes, that's besides the point. But the proper etiquette is if you invite me for a date and you took me to a posh restaurant, you haven't asked me whether I can afford it. Right? So you shouldn't really expect me to pay. But then again, this guy, the poor woman probably didn't have any money. The man said, don't worry. How do you know the man didn't tell her that I would foot on the bill? Do you understand? So I feel sorry for her, but you should always have a backup. If you have half the money, look for half the money, just that you might have to walk home sharp because maybe it's a transport.
On your phone.
Because this one there's nothing
because you know, maybe whether you get Sony Ericsson or you get Samsung, which they call that one, Hello Moto, Motorola, those old ones, they might not collect it. But if you're having a smartphone in this day and age, you probably say, hold my phone and go and
exactly find
a way to. But personally, you know, when someone said let's go on a date, I tend to go with open-minded. And secondly, the reason why I tend to have my backup plan is, I might reach there. There are people that are genuinely just irritated.
Yes, from what she said, this guy's an irritant.
As you see what I mean?
What she said, he's an irritant.
Exactly. So people like that, that's why I do not even want to. If the restaurant is really good and the food is good, I will be there for the food though. I will eat whatever I want to eat because I know the date is going to end right there in that table. You see what I mean? Yeah. I will eat. In fact, I will order the finest thing in the dish to eat.
Once I can afford it now.
If I can afford it. Once I finish eating, I will just call the. I was out in London a couple of weeks ago, and I walked into the place and I said to the guy, I said, "Do you have any table available?" So, "Oh, there is only that one table left, and you can take it if you want. I usually charge for it, but I will give you for free." So I sat there. Then the guy came in and said, "Are there other people in the table?" And I said, "No." Then he sat, and then he came with 3 of his friends. So one was with a girl and the other one was single. So I sat on the far table. 2 was here and the guy with the girlfriend sat here. So they asked for a bottle of whiskey. And the lady that was serving thought we were all together.
Yeah, because it's by table.
Because it's by table.
Usually.
So he brought a bottle to these guys and I asked him to give me a Prosecco. And then at the end of the evening, he added my bill to the guy's bill.
And that's very presumptuous.
Exactly.
So very angry with
the guy, and you could see the guy face literally just changing. Was like, and I told the lady, and I said, I asked for Prosecco. So please give me my Prosecco bill.
My
so
bill,
he
we're not together.
My Prosecco bill. And even at that, within these 5 people, they were juggling to pay for that one bottle. They were the lady at the restaurant followed this guy for good 20 minutes to have the 5 of them to agree to pay for one bottle.
So why did they even drink it in the first place?
Thank you. So I'm sitting there
and saying,
and a bottle of whiskey in a restaurant in London we're talking about 80, I think it was like 80 or 85 pounds. And then 90 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, within 5 minutes, everyone poured, this one poured, that one poured, that one poured. The bottle was almost gone. But when it comes to the time to pay for that drink, I swear to God, the lady carrying their payment machine follow this guy wherever he goes. She go come, stand at the table, they go point where the guy they go. You see, what I mean by that is, if you cannot afford it, even if some dates is even better when you go to eat, you know those cheap and cheap where they will give you in the middle of the street and you'll be poking it when you go pack all the whole gravy.
Street food.
Exactly. So I cannot understand why you take a lady
out and then you cannot afford it.
4 cards decline, nigga, you are broke.
He's an idiot.
You are a broke.
Then he wants to.
How do you
pay for it? I'll pay my own half if I have it.
Yeah. You know the thing, okay, you know the thing, I mentioned about the expectation, right? The other side of the coin, the men themselves, all this again is they think that's what women want.
No,
and then
women.
every time it's all about like this story you gave about these people now. I'm sure these guys only did it just to impress the women that were there. And in the process of doing that, actually
They disgrace themselves.
Absolutely.
You
I
know,
would not even
a
give
lot
you
of
a day of night to even talk to me if you can't. If between 5 of you can't buy a bottle, why would I even give you a time of day to?
Well, not about that, but I don't. Well, rest. Okay, you don't have the money. It's not a matter of giving time of day. If you had said honestly, like, look, okay, I can only afford a bottle of stout for you, I will respect you.
Thank you.
I will respect you. I can only afford a
Go
bottle.
to Buka.
First of let's
You know?
let's dial it back. First of all, first and foremost, let's go out. Why do I have to go to that restaurant? There are
18K.
so many levels of places you can go
That you
and
can
take
afford.
her that you can have. In fact, to be honest, for me, if you want to go on the first date, take her to somewhere where you can over afford, because that gives you the time to over impress her. Then when this happens second or third dates, we will understand.
Yeah,
she'll be more understanding.
Because you've taken me to
She's
some
more
places
understanding and all that. Take her to somewhere where you know that change go boku, as in you will impress her. Take her, ask her. Like normally, let me tell you, okay, if someone comes to me and says, let's go out, first things first, where would you like to go? I'm like, surprise me. Take me, have you tried this? Take me somewhere I haven't been before. Something unusual. You understand? There are so many places you can take a girl and impress her so much. The worst thing you can ever do to a date is take her somewhere that you that are taking her to somewhere that you have in your mind, not in her mind, in your mind. It might not even be where the girl would like to even go. Just because you want to tick the boxes of belonging to the Joneses, which you don't even belong to. 18K. So that what will happen? And at the end of that 18K or 20K, the girl will still turn around and say, thank you very much. Thank you for a lovely day. And walk away.
I wouldn't even want to see you.
I wouldn't want to see you after that. So what was
Yeah,
wrong for me?
If the day when your car go break down on the 10 Maryland Bridge, you not get 20 naira to put fuel for the car. I go stand up with my high heel, begin the push. What the heck? The thing is, I don't think they need. I feel sorry for the girl in one way. On the other way, it's important a lesson learned.
Yeah.
So that
she's learned her lesson.
Yeah, so that next time it's not that none of us is coming there to pay your bill now. You're gonna have to get yourself out of here.
Yeah.
Speak to the guy, give your bank card? Do you not have bank card?
Yes, bank card. Everybody has bank card. That's what he was.
Exactly. And then I can't just imagine if a guy said, Amaka, let's you and I.
It has happened to me now twice. Remember that one, first of all, we went out to what's that place? Management. And then you left me, and then we went out to drink. When it was time to pay, oh sorry, I didn't bring my bank card. This is a full-grown man. I told you that bank card. No, that he thinks left his car. Oh, he doesn't carry his bank card around. I looked at this man. This is the UK. I looked at this man. I was wondering why he only ordered Coke. I looked at this man. I was my own. I went to I paid for my own, and I paid for his Coke. And then he was going to start ordering drink again. I say, how to tell you that? Oh boy.
You remember, so you not bring.
You didn't bring a bank card though. Order what? I want to drink. I'll pay for my own drink. Don't worry. What are you drinking? You want that? Can you imagine?
So, but he was going to order.
After I paid for
that was very clear that he wasn't
that was only. Wasn't
I don't mind it. Then that last date I went with a neighbor man. Remember? They brought the bill. I was going to pay. He now started shouting at them. Give me the bill. What is it? How much is it? £63.35. He now took his card and paid only half, and I started laughing. First date.
Yeah, but you see, you have your own backup.
I know if I didn't have, but the thing is, if I didn't have, because what happens is, when they book first dates, usually they don't really tell you. Now, what I do, I ask, because I want to know, have an idea in my mind. I'll know how. I would like ask, okay, so where did you book for us to go to? If I know I can't really afford that restaurant, I'll tell you, you know what? Can we go somewhere else? That's the way to get out of it, because a lot of the time, the guy, yes, first days they don't really tell you. So look, I'm taking you out on a date. I booked a table somewhere. If they book somewhere like County and I know that day I only have £20 in my last when I get there, I ordered the salad. I ordered, no, seriously, I ordered Diet Coke. No, but that is how to do it. That's what you order salad and Diet Coke, and I'm on the diet. That diet, that day. Because if the baba turns down and says it's not paying, I said, no, I have my 10,000
Coke and salad. You come up for your hand, dress all your makeup and your hair, your nails. You have everything to go and drink a Diet Coke. I'm going to sit down for her.
Oh, okay, well, I'm trying to take this somewhere because if you know you don't have the
let's
money.
do a drive-through. You do a drive-through, whether that KFC or McDonald's, do a drive-through, then we'll go sit down for park.
Yes.
And have a conversation.
Exactly.
Because the purpose of a first day, to me,
is to meet the person.
Is to talk and find out more about the person.
My definition of a date is to actually have a conversation and find out about the person, whether you are.
All I'm talking about, go to the cinema for a conversation. We will be talking to the person in the back.
No, all you'll be yelling is a watching
popcorn behind, and then. So what did you say? What did you say? Let me see your face where you're talking. Whether he's talking to someone.
We are having a conversation
inside the cinema in the darkness.
Now your hand have been on your leg. They have
because people are busy at the back.
Maybe they are using their leg.
All of them are conversations.
No, my dear sister, sorry it happened to you. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do. Next time, you know that if someone taking you on a date, do find out the restaurant they're taking you to. If you know you don't have the money, just tell him, oh boy, let's just go to this place. Let's just go and have a drink somewhere else. At least then you can because at least you're covering yourself just in case the guy doesn't pay for it. At least you have your backup one and you can afford it because poor woman probably only had 2,000 naira on her. You know, she probably had a transport money.
Let me flip the coin. Let me flip it completely on its head and probably blame the girl if the girl wanted to go to such a place, which is why the man took her there.
And then if the man,
that could be the case.
Fine.
And then for one reason, don't get me wrong, because his card declined. He brought out a card to pay. It declined. There are cases where there's a genuine reason why it declined and he didn't know.
No, did you?
No. But when you flip, hold on now. No. But you said one date, Abi.
Yeah,
so it's on the same date.
4 cards have
4 times.
declined.
No, but you know.
No, it's like one card, but declined 4 times.
No, one card declined 4 cards. No, the thing is, if there is a problem or let's say there was something, you know, sometimes they can stop your card.
Yeah.
And they can stop your card and you can swipe it.
No, from what she's saying, that's why she was cursing. Yeah. The guy was an egbe, he was a boastful. The language she was using, he was an irritant. Yes. So he probably boasted. Fine, flip the coin. If he says that same thing as flipping the coin with her, telling him that, okay, you know what, I don't want to go there. If she says, I want to go to the restaurant, and the boy, it's easy. Girl,
I don't have that kind of
I don't have the command. Let's go somewhere else. So do the same thing.
Okay, this is what happened.
No, but
listen to this.
But that's why I flipped the coin.
I get it. Listen to this. When you get to a restaurant, they bring a menu.
Yes, and you choose what you want.
When you get to this menu, they tell you a plate of rice is 3,000 or a plate of rice is 10,000.
Yeah.
You already know why you are sitting down there. That if me and this girl have a plate each is already 16K.
Yeah.
And if you know that you don't have 16K,
you drink water.
Just tell the girl, I just think this place is too
expensive. I can't afford this.
So that's where you are saying.
No, but you are blaming the girl.
No, that's what. Listen, you're not understanding me. I flipped the coin in the sense that the choosing of the actual restaurant was because of her.
Yeah.
And genuinely, the guy was okay, but then his card declined.
Yeah.
And it could have been for an actual reason.
Error.
Because if not, the guy wouldn't have been okay for them to build up that bill of 18K when he knew he's not going to pay.
There are people like that too.
No, but they are being genuine. It's not everybody's whose card is declined.
Yeah, I know, but from what she's saying, this guy he has no pay.
Okay, hang on. Let me give you an example. If I take you now on the first date, let's use their story now. They went on the first date, and if this card that declined for the guy was actually a genuine reason,
he would have told her. She wouldn't have been making this complaint.
No, but what would he have told her?
She would have said it. From her conversation, from what she's saying, he was a jerk.
Okay.
He was a jerk.
Okay.
From the beginning of the conversation, he was an idiot. He was a jerk. Like he even want. She wouldn't. I want to come. She won't come and complain. If you read the conversation that she's saying, the guy was an idiot. He was an egbe.
Then why go on the date in the first place if you already made up your mind he's an idiot?
What do you mean? You only find out when you're on a date, for crying out loud.
No, but I mean, how long ago did it take for her to find out?
don't understand.
When within the meal did he find out that it was like, you know what I'm saying, before you went for that meal, you probably had that kind of conversation.
And then before, when you come, okay, the dates have gone on. Did I know the guy was an idiot? We've been talking for months. It was when I got to the date that I found that the guy was a racist to ask him if I had lion. So what are you saying? No. No. You can't tell unless you physically see the person and you go. It's from there that she found out that the guy was a nuisance at the date. That's what she was saying. You cannot tell.
Either way,
crazy.
Look, listen. Either way, I think from this, a lot of people need to learn from it. If you're gonna have to go to a date, always have your backup plan. If for any reason the guy can't pay for both of you, then at least you can as well afford your own and tell him, darling, it's been a great time knowing you, and walk away and let
Or
him
better
go.
still, if you know,
He's
find
gonna
out
give
the
you-
restaurant he's going to.
Go and
if you cannot afford, Google it. If you cannot afford it,
Don't
find
do
an excuse. Tell him that you're not going. That you want
And
to
go
go
somewhere else. Yeah.
Because
I hope you were able to get out of this situation. But I really
Let
want
us
to
know
know
what
how you
happened.
get out of the situation.
Yeah.
Because I like the gritty, witty. Until next time.
Bye.